Margaret Hamilton was third choice to play the Wicked Witch of the West in Oz, but Arthur Freed first slated character actress Edna May Oliver for the part. At that point, the Wicked Witch was almost going to be a comic, cantankerous villain as much as a real evil threat. But the plot changed. They brought in Sondergaard.
Margaret Hamilton.
Then I read in the paper that Gale Sondergaard, that they decided to have a beautiful witch, and that Gale Sondergaard was going to play it. And I thought, well, that'll be a very interesting and different kind of a witch. I called my agent, and I said, well, Gale Sondergaard's going to play the witch. I think that'll be interesting. He said, how long have you been in this business? And I said, about 6 years. And he said, and you still believe what you read in papers? And I said, yes. He said, well, get over it.
Now, am I the only person who didn't know until recently that you were originally going to play the Wicked Witch
in that story again.
in Wizard of Oz?
No, maybe you didn't know it. I guess it wasn't really very well known, because actually the woman who wrote the story about the making of the film called me in Hollywood and said, I understand you had been played and you didn't get the role, and did you feel terrible? Were you very upset? And I said, upset? Heavens. The poet, do you want to hear the story?
Sure.
Is it interesting?
Mm-hmm.
I was set to do The Wicked Witch in The Wizard of Oz by Mervyn LeRoy, who had discovered me, as you do when you come from New York and you've played things, you're discovered when you come to Hollywood, you see. So it's amusing.
It's another country there.
It's another country. So the costumes were made, a high pointed hat with sequins and a slinky sequins black gown and green eyes and big lashes and all that stuff for a wicked, glamorous witch. And we had tested the clothes with Judy Garland. We were all there testing because it was ready to go. And Mervyn came to me with a long face and he said, oh, Gale, all the producers on the studio say, you can't do that. It's a classic. Children expect an ugly witch, and grown-ups expect an ugly witch. You can't do that. Yeah, and so Mervyn said, Gale, I don't want you to play an ugly witch. And I said, Mervyn, I won't play an ugly witch. So that's the story.